say here that Lorna, riding along with Harold, her husband, as a mechanic on their boat was odd. What's so odd about it?
Come on, Gwen. The story's set in the 30s and 40s. You're still looking at it through the spectacles of today. 75 years later. Society disapproved of Lorna back then. You read the articles, calling her his mascot and ballast. What Lorna was doing was odd in the 30s. Be realistic.
I am being realistic.
There was a lot of disapproval, including from her mother.
Bullshit! Those were men.
Shh.
Those were men journalists writing those demeaning comments. What do you think she did as mechanic and co-pilot?
I don't know. Moral support, maybe?
Listen to what Lorna has to say in an interview I dug up. In all my years of racing, I never met another woman racing mechanic. It was pretty well a male sport. As a racing mechanic, during a race, my main job was part mechanic, part navigator. I had to keep my eyes on the gauges, water temperature, oil pressure, tachometer, while watching the competition and trying to keep the boat on track. At high speeds, everything becomes a blur. With the vibration of the boat, your eyeballs are dancing too. Do I miss racing? Of course. It was a very exciting time in my life, to put it mildly. I loved it.
Okay, so she wasn't along just for moral support.
No, she wasn't along for just moral support. You know, speaking of support, I read that they had to wear these large belts to keep their insides in place.
No place for a pregnant woman.